Shroud of Turin mystery. It's a true story. The Shroud of Turin is one of the most famous, mysterious, and talked about artifacts in the world. Some people believe it's the actual burial cloth that was wrapped around Jesus Christ after he was crucified. Imagine that. If it really is, then it's a piece of fabric that touched someone incredibly important in history. But here's the thing. Scientists have tested the shroud, and some of them say it was made during the Middle Ages, not during the time of Jesus. This has made people scratch their heads and debate about whether it's real or not. So let's dive into this mystery and see what makes it so interesting. The Shroud of Turin is a long piece of linen cloth that shows the faint image of a man. The man looks like he has wounds on his body, like the ones Jesus is said to have had after being crucified. The cloth is kept in a special case in the Cathedral of St. John the Baptist in Turin, Italy. People from all over the world come to see it, and many believe it's a holy relic. In 1978, a group of scientists was allowed to study the shroud closely. They used all kinds of cool tests and tools, like carbon dating, which helps figure out how old something is. The tests showed that the cloth was from the Middle Ages, around the years 1260 to 1390. But wait, if it's from that time, how could it have been used to wrap Jesus, who lived way before then? This is where the mystery gets even more interesting. Some people think the carbon dating might be wrong. They say maybe the tests were done on a part of the cloth that was repaired in the Middle Ages, and that's why it seems younger than it should be. Others have suggested that the image on the shroud could have been created by a natural process we don't understand yet. There are even some people who believe the image was made by a miracle and that it really is Jesus on the cloth. Then there are skeptics who think it could be a very clever forgery, possibly made by someone during the Middle Ages using a technique called photographic negative. This means the image looks different when you see it in a photo than it does in real life, which is super unusual. So what do you think? Is the Shroud of Turin really the burial cloth of Jesus, or is it just a fascinating piece of history that we haven't completely figured out yet? The debate goes on, with people on both sides presenting their arguments and evidence. It's one of those mysteries that makes you wonder about the past and how we understand history. We may never know the full truth, but it's fun to try and piece the puzzle together, isn't it? Drop a comment and share your opinion and beliefs about this amazing mystery. We'd love to hear what you think.